Welcome back, my lovely ladies and gents, to another exciting session of Clans of the North. Well, Forks in the North, of course, by its proper name. Wherein, last time we left off, you guys went through some misfortunes. After successfully fighting your way through the dreaded and terrifying flame boulets, which were one of my favorite things that I've ever thrown up against people.
Entirely because of the tokens.
Shit. Yeah, in all of their fucking terrifying splendor. God, it's so great, so spooky. After fighting your way through the magma boulets and traveling up to find out the final destination of the Jarl's people, you then discovered that there was an altar. That altar, it would seem, at some point was used to free the Drake and break a curse held upon the place. However, there was a mismatching with the times, because the Jarl's people arrived after this happened, and yet there they were, all sacrificed and such. Inspecting them revealed that the cause of death was some kind of haunting or possession or enchantment, something along those lines, where they then climbed onto the pews, sat there, and just waited to die. Their bodies, or as many of them as possible, were collected. Sadly, in the dangers of heading down the volcano at nighttime, a rock slide occurred. There was very little time to do things such as get to covers, and sadly, 2 party members were caught out in the open. Or more specifically, one was caught out in the open. And that day, I became everything I hated in life and killed a party member with Rock's Fall.
You monster.
Yep. Yeah, that was pretty bad. And then, just to give everyone emotional whiplash, after everyone made it back to the Jarl then asked to marry Thyri. More specifically, asked to blood bond Thyri, but with the idea that it was a marriage. So, a wedding is due to happen. There are more fireworks outside. Fucking great.
I have a question. Is there a difference between blood bonding and marriage?
Yes, because a blood bonding can be anything from like bringing someone into the family via adoption. It could be a marriage. It could be, well, a couple of things. Like essentially, like a blood bondage is a legal bringing into a family and gaining of rights, whereas a marriage can just happen between any old fucking person. There's nothing eldritch about it.
Huh.
I mean,
so there is something. Wait. So there's some. So there. Wait. So there's something eldritch about blood bonding.
Only in that it involves Tiefling, not specifically Eldritch. I suppose that's the wrong phrase to use.
Okay.
Something arcane.
I mean, Jason
perhaps.
called Viv wife out of convenience. They were technically married.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of blood bondings are classed as marriages, and a lot of blood bondings are classed as adoptions. Those are the 2 like most common ones. I mean, there are blood bondings that are in a way used similar to slavery because they're used to bring people into direct agency, although that's quite a lot rarer because you wouldn't want to share your lands and title with someone who you would just make trying to ensure their reliability.
Jason just wanted what was best for Viv.
Yeah.
So, before this goes down, I think Thyri would like to actually do some research into blood bonding and see what the fuck it's all about, actually. See if she can, like, find a book on it or something.
Sure.
I mean, you could ask Viv, too.
Yes, the issue is that the Clans of the North setting has about an effective written history of 20 years. And blood bonding has been around for a lot longer, so it's very hard to learn things unless you get your hands on a skald who happens to know a lot of songs.
Just go ask Anna, I'm sure she knows.
Well, that sounds like a terrible idea. I'll go ask Viv.
Alright. Viv, give me a history check, because although you went through a blood bonding, it's not entirely possible that you know the historical significance, and you don't know the historical significance. You know the legal significance and the act of it itself.
Yeah, that's what I'm interested in.
Okay.
I rolled a 5.
GG.
Yep. Simply put, a blood bonding is making an honored promise with the person that you are bonding with, and then it is a simple sharing of blood. There are people in a lot of cities and towns who can check, or like corroborate information, has this person blood bonded? There is definitely something magical about the process, but it's esoteric at best. Like, no one really, there's no speaking of wordly mumbo jumbo. It just happens to be part of this ritual, a pricking of the hands and holding together, and it's the intent more than the action that occurs of blood bonding.
So it's not like the priest is going to be casting a spell on us, right?
Correct, yeah, there's no spell casting done. However, there are priests or magi or even some witches who are able to essentially corroborate information like, is this person blood bonded? And they will have their sagely moment and take a good old look, and yes, they can then confirm that thing. Indeed, if the partner is there, they can then see who the blood bonding is to. It can't be used like tracking or identification. Like, say you met someone who was blood bonded, they wouldn't be able to prove it unless... they wouldn't be able to prove who they're blood bonded to unless that person was there with them. Like, say you got blood bonded, and then you were on the other side of just the other side of the island, the other side of the continent, and someone said, are you blood bonded? You would say yes, and they would be able to check. They would ask who to, and you would tell them. There's no fucking way to know, though, unless he's actually there with you. But at the same time, that tends to still be enough protection that you're okay.
All right, I'm not going to get just thrown into slavery now.
Indeed, you aren't going to get gulag. So you're still not going to essentially be safe from, all of that stuff without your person that you're bonded to being around. But at the same time, you have autonomy. And if you're willing to say it's a Jarl, they're probably going to, take that at face value, because that would be crazy otherwise.
Yeah, I mean, if I were to just say that and be lying, that'd be crazy.
Yeah.
So, follow-up question, is Astra getting blood bonded?
Astra's blood related to the Jarl, who isn't a tiefling. She's fine.
Okay, so, I mean, how would anyone know that, though?
Well, essentially, she's already been blood bonded. It happened when she was born.
Oh, okay. Oh, so that's a thing. So the same, detection magic would work on Astra
Would work on her, yeah. Yes, indeed.
Interesting.
Indeed, the weird thing would have been, you could say, Astra is my daughter, and then they would check, and they'd be like, well, she's blood bonded to someone, and you aren't blood bonded to anyone, so we can't fucking prove it. But, if now that you've gone with that, then quite technically, you have the same amount of rights as your daughter, who had more rights than you until quite recently.
Yay.
She was a citizen, and you kind of weren't.
I can sit at the front of the bus now.
She was like Dad's daughter, and also Dad's daughter, your dad's girlfriend. As far as legal was considered, even though you popped out of her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Any other questions about that in particular? That's something that I've had to go over and make sure that it's all lorically intact.
Actually, you know who I'm going to ask just about the historical significance? I'm going to ask Titian.
Okay.
Yo, old-ass elf. What up?
Yeah, sure. Give me a history check.
From Titian?
Yes, please.
Alright. Come on, smart burb.
12. He only knows it in the briefest sense. There used to be a lot of things like dangerous tieflings out there in the ways before they were, cottoned into this whole slavery routine by the entirety of the land.
I swear to God, I thought you were going to say domesticated. I was going to get mad.
No, let's face it, you can never domesticate a tiefling. They're spicy.
Oh.
Viv knows it in her heart to be true.
Mm-hmm.
Thyri is a domestic. What are you talking about?
Yeah, sure.
Viv ain't, though.
Hey, look, is that a moving rat skeleton? Ah! Fiery laser death.
I mean, yeah, it'd be cute, but then terrifying.
This is true. Alright, yeah, it's an undead animal, so it doesn't fucking count.
Yeah, it's an undead animal, it's fine.
They're already close to being entirely lacking of intelligence. Okay. Yeah, sorry. There used to be, generally some more dangerous tieflings about before the idea of them being a slave race was upheld by the entirety of the continent. He doesn't remember that particularly well because fucking he was an elf and they basically didn't give a shit. But blood bonding came about as a way to originally identify them as members of such and such's army.
Hmm.
Like, if you think of it like you'd be blood bonded to the head of your legionnaire.
Right.
It was the closest way to put it. Like, admittedly, it was more warband based than anything, of course. But blood bonding used to be from warbanding. But I mean, the idea and the concept carried across pretty simply. Like, back then, druids would have made it more ritualistic. But the reality is, it was always the intent that they were able to sense when they tried for a blood bonding, because it's just a natural thing that happened. Something that a lot of people blame on Tam.
Okay, yeah.
Bark.
Fuck that Tam guy.
Hey, Tam's pretty cool.
The spirits of nature are capricious. Sorry, my voice is going yet. So, you have a wedding preparation-y things to do. What does everyone do? Effectively, you've got... let's see here. How long does it take to organize it? Can you roll me a 1d4 plus 2? That'll be how many days you got. In fact, 1d4 plus 3. Okay, cool. So it's actually 7. So you have what is effectively a week of downtime if anyone wants to spend it as such.
Alright, well, I need to make Viv some clothes that make her less squish.
Okay.
So, let me go look through our...
I set aside some stuff.
Okay. What did you set aside?
Yeah. That.
Okay. Are there any tailors? Because I'm not a tailor. I can't actually make the clothing part. I can just enchant it.
There's an Anna. She's good at making things.
She's not a tailor.
We don't know that.
I'm gonna go to
There
Anna
are a
and
lot of
ask-
skills that even she doesn't know she has.
I'm gonna go to Anna and ask if she is in fact a tailor on top of being a woodcarver and a smith.
Isn't one of her tieflings a tailor?
No, they're
No.
a stoneworker and woodworker between them, respectively.
The poorest, most confused tieflings. Just now they're in a Jarl's hold and a tiefling is getting blood. It's just crazy.
Yeah,
But
the reality
you
is you guys are next to Maker's Rest, so you can absolutely get your hands on a tailor.
Okay, so I need a tailor to make Viv like a bustier out of some of this stuff. Because wizards can't wear armor. Sorcerers.
Yep.
So
Can wizards wear light armor?
these are these the big drake scales or the little drake scales? There were little ones and big ones. This is important.
I don't remember seeing.
Let's call them big ones.
Okay.
There are not different sizes of Drake scale.
There weren't. Never mind
Nope.
then. I was thinking of scales from two different things: scale patches and drake scales. From the Vorchild and the Uber Drake, respectively.
Yes, yeah, that thing came away in patches, whereas Drake scales, like, it's impossible for you to, pull away, a bunch of scales. You would just have to, pluck whole ones that were good and able to come out.
Okay. Well, I need me a bustier made out of the membrane scales and other stuff that can actually be fitted into clothes. They can add
Okay.
regular cloth too, but I need all that stuff in it to be able to enchant it.
Okay, then. It will cost 125 gold to have these Great Beast parts incorporated fully into mage wearable clothing, or sorcerer wearable clothing.
Okay. Do you have money, Winter, or am I paying for this?
How much do we need?
125 gold to make it into clothing in the first place.
Okay, yeah, I can do that.
Okay. And how long will the tailor take?
They usually do take a week, if I'm honest. It's
okay.
It is not an easy thing to incorporate all of these parts into clothing.
Well, I mean,
Tell you what, give me a 1d4. If you get a 4, it can be done sooner.
hey,
I'll be damned, it can be done sooner, so it can be done in 3 days.
okay then. And then I guess I'll just spend the rest of my downtime making this thing. I've got a lot of burning blood. Let's see what we can throw at this. We've got some burning blood here. Let's see what I have in my own special inventory. I don't have that anymore. I deleted that. Why is that back? Okay, now it's gone.
You also already have some residium, which would do a
Yep.
+1 armor's worth.
Yep, I'm already including that.
Cool.
But I need to make Viv, because she doesn't wear mage armor. And so she's going to be knocked over with the Sip Breeze, and I don't want Winter to lose another character. So I'm going to be
Very
dumping
fair.
a bunch of stuff on this.
Okay.
So rather than use just the one burning blood, I am going... Wait, do we still have 16 pints of burning blood? Was this never
Yes.
updated?
Yeah,
No,
we have a
this
lot of
is-
it.
You have a lot of
The
burning
dragon
blood.
had a lot of blood in it.
You know what? I will use. I assume there's diminishing return. So at what
Correct.
point does me dumping blood on it become diminishing return? I will use all of that.
Let's have a think here. Well, you're working with cloth as opposed to working with anything like metal that needs to be quenched. So it's basically as much as would take to get a proper soak in it to still be vital. I imagine only 2 pints. Any more than that, and it's just throwing more liquid on a damp rag.
Okay. What else do I have here that I can throw at this? All these are bones. It doesn't really work for this.
Pardon, sorry?
And we already. Well, I'm just saying I have a lot of bones, but that's more like actual armor, which sorcerers can't wear. So.
I mean, you could literally have... yeah, I suppose not bones. Teeth, maybe. You would have those as accessories.
Just have it like friggin' what's her name from Dragon Age 2, where part of her armor upgrade was just called rigid boning.
A rigid boning.
It just starts looking like the fucking Crimson set.
But anyways, I can't splash any more blood on it, so that's that out of the picture. So, you know what? I'll add a few. You know what? I'll grind down some Drake Fang. Rub that in there. It's gonna be great. Let's make this all the Drake stuff.
Alright, now I need to, of course, test to see how good you are at the crafting thing. Remember, you can't
Okay.
use guidance on this because it is a long, like, you're working at this for a long period of time, but you can, of course, get advantage.
Yes, so I'm going to have advantage because I basically have a familiar.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's a daughter, but, I mean, that's like
Can
saying
I
I
use bend
basically
luck
have...
on this?
Can you use what, sorry?
Bend luck.
Okay, so Arcana first. Because.
Let's have a look here. To strike one other creature makes an attack roll ability check, so to use your spin to the bonus or penalty to creature's roll after the creature rolls before any effects of the roll occur.
Again, I'm gonna say it falls into the same realm as guidance, where it's like this is not an immediate action, and you can't sit there constantly bending luck on her. You would just immediately run out of power.
I know.
So do
It was a
do
long
what we've
shot.
been
I wanted to check.
do what we've been doing. First an Arcana check, then the Alchemist Kit.
Yep. Arcana, Alchemist,
So 14,
14.
and then Alchemist Kit. 29.
29. Okay, then. So, I of course have good news and bad news. The good news is that you do not fuck anything up. Bad news is that although you then have this thing constructed, like, it's just gonna take a while to work. Like, you do as much work as you can do in a day, and you can feel like the material's struggling to cope with, like, essentially having magical elixirs and pieces applied to it. And you're like, well, if I keep going, this is just going to get unstable and break. It's probably going to take you 2 weeks to finish it.
Oh,
but it
I
is
was about to
something
say,
you can consistently work at.
because you said a day, and I have 4 days to do this in.
Yeah, no, it's like you start working on this on your first day, and you're like, this is gonna take a lot longer than I thought it would.
Okay, well, that's gonna be me for the week, so I'm done.
Okay. So yeah, let's see here. You get it back after 3 days, so you had 4 days of work in it. It is going to take you 10 more to finish it.
Okay, let me just write that.
Someone,
down.
yeah, I was going to say, if someone wants to keep a counter for that somewhere, it'll take you 10 more days of work to finish this dress. Or robe, whatever.
Bustier, same thing.
And that's that out of the way. Cynthia, you've never had downtime. What do? You've got a whole week, essentially, of sitting about and not really getting up to much. There are, of course, downtime actions. There's a shiny little handout for them.
Right.
You don't have to worry about living costs. You are guests of the Jarl. Those are things that you can do. Leveling up, I haven't, I should honestly go through this just to make sure that it's taken out, because I don't even need level up in there, but you can work on proficiencies. You can do some retraining. Of course, fitness training, research, and gathering of information, and crafting things. But, crafting is a little bit different in this. Again, something I have to go through.
Give me a minute to look over stuff and decide on that real quick.
Okie dokie. All right. And now, Savin, you wanted to go to Anna for a dress.
Yes, I do.
Okay, then. So, what style of dress are you after?
What kind of dress is appropriate? I figure this is something Thyri ought to know, just, being a native, but...
Yes. Well, I mean, it's still the cold north, and it's still very Viking-y. It is indeed less about the dress's style and more about the person. Like, their hair has always been a big fetching feature of Viking weddings. Like, it would be often that they would have super fucking plain clothing just so that their hair looked even more glamorous by comparison. In this sense, so it would be a dress that does its best to emphasize your features, what is the things that are good about you. So there wouldn't be quite as many things outwardly poofy frills, but at the same time, there is nothing saying you can't go with the old classic long gown and ballooning out hips and veil and all that classy stuff.
Yeah. Well, I think Thyri would probably get something that's going to make her her best attribute, which is to say her butt, look super good. And yeah, leave most of the emphasis on her hair. Which, God, what does Thyri's hair even look like? Like her actual hair, if it matters.
Sleek black ravenet and curls.
Yeah. Let's see, how long is it? I figure I have that written down somewhere. Flowing, so it's probably almost hip length, actually. Oh gosh, I'll just open this in another window here.
Close calls involved?
Nah, that's fine.
No, both of them are technically safe for work.
Technically. Yeah, neither of those things are things Thyri would probably wear.
Let's have a look here.
Second
Nice.
one is probably what Viv's wearing, but in black.
Nice.
Ooh.
Yeah, here you go. Your character's token was Queen of Pain one, so here is a bunch of views of her hair in its glory.
Yeah. Lots of hair to work with. And is white the traditional marriage gown colors here still?
I mean,
I'd
white
never
was-
decided. It can be. I mean, red used to be would be the old Nordic go-to, I think.
Yeah, white
Excellent.
wasn't really a thing until the Queen of England decided to do it, because no one could actually afford to keep a white dress like that, because they usually use the dress afterwards. It's just a really fancy dress normally.
Alright, I have found what Thyri wants. Minus the flower in the neck thing. I don't think that's actually part of the dress.
Let's have a look here.
I tried to click on it. It said threat has been detected.
That's a pretty dress.
Ain't even loading for me. Let's have a look here. That is pretty cool. Threat secured. We safely abort connection because it was infected with URL mal.
Yep.
Oh,
You linked us to malware. Thanks.
you're welcome. Boy. Let me pull it off of Pinterest itself then. Jeez.
I hate that site.
It's a piece of shit site, but, well, at least it ain't covered in malware that you know of. It's just better hidden.
It's a pretty bad side.
It is. It is.
And it's so annoying because it's where people put all their fucking best token art.
Yep.
Like cunts. Yeah, very nice. And yeah, I'm gonna say that the flower coming out of the neck is probably not the dress.
Yeah, no, that.
Alright. So Anna has been set the challenge to create a wedding dress similar to that accentuates the butt.
Okay.
If she wants to, I can just go get someone else to do it if you don't feel confident.
Anna will do anything for her best friends.
Excellent.
Nice.
What kind of check would you like me to make for this?
Well, usually it would be sewing proficiency, so I guess it's just raw fucking dex for you, which is a bad move, but go for it.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Is there anything I can do to increase my roll?
You aren't a tailor, and no one you know is a tailor. Squiggles is not a tailor. I'm afraid that there really isn't any way to you to improve this role. Like, you're just trying, you've been given a task with no idea of how to do it, and you just have to rely on your fingers to translate the image in your brain.
Okay.
It is
I will
about
give
as
you
hard as
advantage.
sewing would. Yeah, you can't give advantage. You don't know how to sew either.
I mean, let me rephrase. I will give you inspiration.
Okay.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Well, it was
That
done
was
as
a
a
save.
save.
That's a
Instead
save
of a skill
difference.
check. But presumably
Same
your
difference.
dexterity check is identical to your save.
Is-
Yeah, no. Although you figure you might not be too bad at this whole sewing thing, it does not look like a dress, and it looks like if the time it would take you to finish making one, like it would be 2 weeks have passed. You're gonna have to go to Maker's Rest, I'm afraid.
All right.
I'm sorry.
Would it be gauche to just have this charged to the Jarl? 'Cause I can't afford a dress.
I mean, he hasn't got any way otherwise of doing a dowry, so you could probably charge it to the Jarl, yeah. Like, you don't have a land or a household for him to dower to, just yourself specifically, so I figure, yeah, you would be happy to pay for a dress.
Okay. That's good. That's good. 'Cause, yeah, I have 10 gold left. Where does all my money keep going?
It,
Let me just open Astrid's character sheet, see if she was stealing
I
from
was
me.
about to say.
I haven't been taking I wish I had now, just been like occasionally just yoinking money out of your sheet and putting it in her pocket. No, your daughter is fucking flat broke.
Yes, she is.
She hasn't got a goddamn bent coin to her name.
Oh, sweetie. Okay, I'm gonna
She has
take her to
low
Maker's
money.
Rest. I'm gonna give her like 26 silver to go buy herself something nice. Here you go.
I will even out the amount of money I'm carrying, and she can have 47 gold. There we go. Now I just have
Holy
200.
shit! Okay, Astrid's got four times as much money as I have now.
I don't spend money on anything.
That's
Except for
only
magic
my
items.
focus.
That was a
It's
while
spending
ago.
Money. I have like 30 platinum on Natalie.
Yeah, but she's spending it all preparing for her baby.
Yeah, that's true.
Alright.
At some point, we're going to be like, so you character had what is effectively shit motherfucking tons of downtime. These things happened. Let's see how you handled all of these things as they cropped up and occurred. And then it's like, how did you spend your time, especially when you were baby heavy? And then you come back with all the skill proficiencies. Guys, I spent an entire fucking year pregnant. So now I've come back and I know how to do all these things.
I know everything.
It's like
Just-
the
just- you
Draugr
just start-
comic where
just-
they were training.
Yeah, you just start ticking skill proficiency. So you know what, I like stealth, I like sleight of hand. You know what, religion? Sure, let's spend some time with the church. History? Sure, why not? Insight? Yeah, I like that. Just start ticking it all off.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Astra's the best Bork.
Wow, okay, so she goes out with some goddamn money, and let's see what she manages to do. I think she actually manages to turn this money into a fucking profit somehow.
She goes to the gambling house.
I mean, you have Ruru set as charisma, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, you can absolutely gamble with your charisma.
Fuck yeah.
So, yeah, she goes to the gambling house and turns 47 gold into 50.
Sweet Jesus. Alright, and then she will turn 50 into 0 and buy a potion of healing. Seems like a reasonable thing to do for an adventurer.
Very
I
true.
could just give her one.
Yeah, but this
Like,
is
as-
hers.
As in a potion of healing. Not just a healing drought.
No, but this is her potion now.
This is us. She's being
Okay.
a responsible adventurer and also buying her own shit.
Yeah, she bought it all by herself.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, she spent 47 gold and then turned it into 50 before spending it. So, yeah, that 50 gold was all hers.
You can literally just ask Saoirse too. We both have proficiency with the herbalism kit. We can just make them.
It takes like a week to make them.
It ain't quick to just pump out potions.
Otherwise, Thyri would be doing that all day, every day.
I have 2 in my inventory because I spend my downtime doing that. I always forget they exist, but they're there.
Well, now we have 3 between us. Actually, I
Rue.
think Thyri has a
I also
couple
have
too.
antitoxin. That was like the first thing I did with downtime was make antitoxin potions of healing.
It is a useful way to spend a downtime. But yes, they will make a dress and charge it to the Jarl.
Excellent.
What kind of style do you go for Astra?
God, let me just Google Viking dresses again. Let's see,
Does she
what?
get a suit?
I don't think Astra's that manly.
No, she's not. She may have the she-male parts, but the she parts of the she-male are very obvious.
Yeah. Ooh, this is pretty. Let's see, oh no, that's not quite appropriate. Here we go. Do 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 do. Hopefully this isn't full of malware. What the fuck was that?
Hey, very nice. That is the very classic one with the little Herbie pouch.
Yeah. I imagine that's kind of like something similar to what Thyri wears around a lot.
Yeah, no, I mean that is very typical wear.
So yeah, just that, but really nice.
All right, excellent. So yes, Astra will be very pleased with her nice new dress as well. Give it a little whip around. All right, did you get fitted for human or for teeth?
Alright.
I asked the question again because you have no choice but to make the decision now.
I do. Well, actually, so... the thing is, disguise self isn't physical, so if I get measured, it's gonna be tiefling no matter what I do.
Very
But
fair point.
Let's just press a little wisdom save and see if Thyri has a conniption. Very narrowly avoids a conniption, and we'll.
Yeah, I
get-
mean, well, let's face it, Astra's there during this fitting, so it's a 20. She'll keep you
Okay.
from losing your shit.
Thank you, Borkling.
Deep breaths, mother, deep breaths.
All right, so yes, get properly fitted.
They're quite surprised in the difference of stature. And yes, because if you've gotten a human gal shaped dress, then your back with two of your legs would have been a little bit uncomfortable.
Yee. That's why Thyri wears skirts all the time.
They're pretty great. Let's see here. Okay then. And I mean, you effectively have a week of downtime then, and as does Anna. Like, you lose a day to, like, going into Maker's Rest to get that shit done, but still 6 more days of fucking about. What do you two do with your downtime?
That is a good question. Let's see, where's the downtime handout again? Not that handout.
The rules.
Here we go. See, I fucking wrote this, so I should know what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Should just go do fitness training and get fucking swole. That would be funny.
That would be pretty great.
Let's see. I guess I could make my own potion of healing or something. Or... maybe gather information. Yeah. I'm gonna gather information. I'm gonna spend a week, chilling with the servants. And the common folk.
Well, are you gathering the information at Maker's Rest, or are you gathering at the Jarl's Gate?
Probably at Maker's Rest, since Ciri's gonna be down there supervising her, finery being made.
Yeah, and as well, like, there's very little you could learn from just, like... It's not like soldiers go, so, this latest thing that we learned was very important, let's talk about it. Like, there isn't as much to learn. And it's not like you're able to hide your identity around them there.
Wait,
There's
what?
kind of a wedding being prepared. But in around Maker's Rest, you could certainly...
Are you saying video games lied to me?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
2 questions.
Alright.
Alright, now to think of 2 questions.
Okay.
Why don't you skip back to Anna and I'll get back to you.
Yeah. So, Kina, I can't help but notice you wrote make dress. Are you spending the week trying to make another dress?
Yes.
Well, I mean, 15 is good enough.
trusted me to do this, and I even if I fuck up once or twice, I'm going to keep trying until I get it right.
Aw, you're so sweet.
Alright then. I mean, 15 is good enough. It can't make a particularly, like, large or flowing dress. Indeed, and now I've just had a realization. Why don't you roll, like, Anna's Meet the Pyrovision test? Okay, so you don't, like, by mistake just make, like, perfectly slutty evening wear.
I mean, Thyri would also take that for the after party, but...
God, look at Viking weddings. It's like, and usually at the end of the wedding, the two would be carried away by 6 members of their closest friends and family, and then observed while they made a child in the bridal bed. It's like, wow, that's... Oh my.
That is maximum Viking.
Everyone likes to watch. It's not just Tisha now.
Likes to watch.
Obviously, Tishan's going to be there regardless.
No, Tishan's going to get locked out tonight.
Are you kidding?
To put out your
Tishan would have already died from the after party.
I mean, that's also true. Tishan will die, get resummoned, and probably eat his own cooked corpse.
They don't... Jesus.
Yeah. They sadly don't leave him behind.
Delicious.
I'm grain fed now. I'm so good.
Oh my.
Yeah, no. Sadly, familiars turn to dust. They tend to mist when they die.
Oh god.
He can't eat himself. Yeah, no. Tishan is... I mean, he's a good enough dude. He's not going to watch you make sweet bridal love to the Jarl.
He watched the first time when it was just bestial fucking, but...
Yeah, he was down to clown with that, but now there's this weird fucking romance shit going. It's like, no, this isn't as fun as watching people slam. Hey, maybe Astra scoring some Smash. He can go over there.
Oh, God.
Hey, I just realized that you guys haven't seen Ariane's token.
Who? What?
Yeah, we have not. We've never
the
seen her.
Jarl's niece.
Oh, right.
That'd be an interesting one, because do you know what happened over her downtime?
Did she get the bite?
She took the bite.
Oh, man, can I be there for that? Like, is that a thing?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Now, okay then. Taking the bite is quite a a generally considered serious thing because some people just don't fucking survive the bite.
I don't suppose there's
Is
anything
it-
I can do to, like, prepare her for this. Like, increase
I
her
mean,
chances.
You can certainly try. I can say by story caveat, basically she's been preparing for this for a long time. Like, she can take the bite now because she has the constitution necessary to, withstand it.
Mm-hmm. Probably.
No. But yes, as with all things, even when it's, when you're prepared for this and it should be rudimentary, there's always a chance that something could go wrong. So yeah, I mean, being on hand with stuff for what to do a medical is always a good idea.
Yeah.
And yeah, Ariana is looking confident, very much confident and strong. She's spent all the time since she's been then capable of doing so, like drilling and getting stronger and like becoming a fighter effectively. And so she stands there, and the Jarl will ask pointedly, are you prepared and ready to take the bite? She affirms yes. Yes, of course. I'm ready for this. The Jarl will nod, and he shifts down to his properly bestial wolf form. And then, of course, you get Pavlov syndrome and get wet, but, different. Like, oh, he's turned into a wolf. It's obviously turned a clown.
Just crosses her legs.
Yeah. Much like the dog will salivate before the meal.
Oh, God.
Oh my god.
I'm a terrible person.
God, why?
If I was playing a Hellhound, though, that would have been legitimately really funny.
Oh, fuck. And yes, Ariane will sit down, make herself comfortable. Her shoulder is cleaned. You're probably the one to see to that, make sure all is well. And then he opens slowly wide. And, like, you've never seen him just, like, fucking prepare to bite someone before.
No.
It is a huge maw of expansive, like, fucking thumb-sized, thick teeth, like, all lined up in his maw, which is, a lot of people think, like, teeth like daggers, and think, no, honestly, teeth like fucking thumbs would be just as terrifying. That's a huge part of a body for a tooth to be sized after. And then he will pick her shoulder and bite down. He pauses at first, like the teeth are against the flesh of skin. And he apologizes in advance for what is probably going to also, break her collarbone.
Oh.
Yeah. And then bites down. And indeed, there is a rather unpleasant crunching noise as he ensures that he gets literally like as many of his teeth to bite in as possible. There is, she's like confident, like, I'm not going to cry out or scream or anything. Of course, she does. It fucking hurts like goddamn crazy. And he will, but she remains still and sat where she is. His mouth remains entirely on the spot, and he pauses and he waits. And there's no, like, increased crunching down, and he also doesn't let go either. Like, a whole minute lasts there of her sitting in what is effectively terrible, terrible agony with teeth stuck in her. Before he then opens his mouth, steps back, and shifts up. There is still some, like, blood lining his mouth, and he'll wipe it away and swallow and nod. And yeah, you're now welcome to tend to her with healing.
Yes, like, I imagine, he'll, like, maybe turn away a little bit and give Thyri the chance to, tend to her without, embarrassing her in front of him. Yeah,
Yep.
He'll just impart divine healing unto her.
Yeah, no problem. The break as it was is clean, like he doesn't crush the bone or anything, so it heals neatly when you apply healing as well.
Good.
But yeah, you realize that in order to quite effectively get as many teeth as possible to dig into someone, you really do have to bite down with like most of your whole fucking jaw, and those things are levers, and the collarbone is at the top of it. Yes, she will thank you for it, and then gets up and goes about her day, and nothing happens. It's not until the very next day when a fever finally sets in. The Jarl seems unsurprised about this, and I mean, you just have to go through the proper motions of how to take care of someone who's got a fever. There's nothing really magical you can do for it because you can't cast Cure Disease. Or even if you could, you shouldn't, because that's exactly what she's trying to get.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, nope, just spend the day taking care of her.
Yeah.
Being good Auntie Thyri.
Mm-hmm. And then a couple more days in of this, like, drifting in and out of fever, she comes to. She seems to normalize, like, you noticed while she was going through this fever, there was the odd case of, like, just sort of fur cropping up in places, like her body starting to shift and then not going the whole way. When, by the time her fever breaks, she just looks like her normal humanoid self. And the Jarl will come up and see her, and he'll, ask if you can step away for a bit while he explains some more things about what the lycanthropy do. He seems absolutely delighted and proud that she made it through it.
Yay, so am I.
Yep. And then, like, the door closes behind them and you have to wait on the other side of it, and you can possibly hear, like, some muttered speech. Maybe about 10 minutes later, you then hear a sort of low crunching noise, and then a, like, muted growl, and then you'd swear, like, fucking just furniture is being knocked all the shit over the place. When you try to check the door, it is locked and barred quite firmly. And there's just, like, what sounds basically like a massacre for maybe a straight 30 minutes, which is a very long time for people to be fighting for their lives. And then there's a soft click at the latch when all goes quiet, and the door opens. The Jarl is stood there with, like, bruises and cuts, all sort of, like, slowly healing themselves up. And then you can see that Ariane is sat there with pointed wolfen ears, and she seems very, very much pleased with herself, although there is a, like, both of her eyes are blackened from getting punched in the face a few times.
Well, now she is a delightful monster girl.
Yep. Indeed, 1 second, let's grab our little old token. Move that over here. Doot.
Aw,
It's cute.
she's got heterochromia. Nerd.
She does got heterochromia.
Yes, good. Welcome to the ranks of monster girls.
The best percentile. It's a good picture. It's because every now and again, if you just look in the fucking, like,
Hey, I
tabletop
recognize that
gaming
picture.
chat, like, Ted has bunged in a shit ton more random tokens. Or tokenable arts, at the least. Yeah. It's like, I saw the fucking floofy collar, it was, like, all feathery and shit, and I was like, oh shit, look, Viking-y. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ariane Taran's daughter. Then, of course, she's very excited that she'll be able to introduce her new appearance to her mother at this wedding.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I've also never met her.
Oh, yeah.
Where has she been? I will probably ask this at some point. Like, who is your mother and what does she do?
Sure, let's swoosh on over to here. Her mother is human.
Mm-hmm.
She lives... Let's see here.
Does she live in Watchland? Do I
No.
know all of her embarrassing secrets as the local white
No.
witch? Oh.
She is probably not too far away from First Holding. There used to be a lot of contentions between different families back in the days of before there was a proper history. But like the Jarl's long-ending family still kind of originates from First Holding, and his his niece's side of the family stayed there, whereas he, moved right and made his way as a Jarl. Like his niece's family as well, they are human. They did not take the bite traditionally, be it by mistake or on purpose.
I see.
Let's see. But yeah, of course, she's traveling up for this.
Excellent.
All right then. So yes, Anna, you do successfully make a dress. Like, it is not anything fancy or special, but it's a dress. It conforms to the barest standards of being able to cover a human being's body.
Okay.
But yeah, like, you're about as good
Is it the right
at
size for Thyri?
Yes, actually, it's a good question. Like, you are literally as good at tailoring as any of us right now with none of our tailoring knowledge would be at tailoring if we spent a straight week trying to do it right. Like, I can't confess how much you just don't have a proficiency for this.
I know. It is not something she's good. She's not Anna is not dexterous, and she has not had the practice to make dresses or tailoring.
Yep. Since you don't have a proficiency at doing the tool in the first place, you can't just like throw charisma or whatever at it either, or wisdom, or any of those other skills. It's just raw ass dex. Your slaves are impressed though that you are able to just try and randomly take to a new trade skill just because you decided you want to do it. Impressed and concerned, because the idea that someone could just be like, I want to be good at this, so I'm just going to do this for a straight fucking week is kind of weird.
Anna's a weird lady.
She is. No, she's perfectly normal.
Perfectly normal. Yes, that's right.
Yeah, alright then. Eventually, though, a week will pass. People are getting prepared and dressing nicely and getting ready for your wedding. A clearing is made in front of the Jarl's home by one of his little standing watches by the lake. Sorry, by the river. A stone circle is very carefully and slowly laid out. Like wooden benches and like cushions for them are also all like laid out in place. You do have an opportunity to meet some of the Jarl's extended family early, except for the fact that Thyri has to wait to be revealed. The rest of the party can meet them and socialize.
Yes.
All right.
So yeah, Saul Bulgroth turns up. Ariana's mothers turn up. Saul Bulgroth's wife, girlfriend also comes along. Njorman. Shren Talaria, a half-sister of the Jarl. And Karina Quickfingers, one of the Jarl's old adventuring acquaintances. Let's just give it all a swoosh over to here. Fucking doot.
Hey, I recognize that token.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, new map.
Welcome to COC2, everybody.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Old Sneakrits here. Only Sneakrits here. Yeah, I was like, alright, so I guess it's a weird tiger Hagenite priestess. It's an interesting way the roles went. Oh yeah, I get to pick a cat girl.
So Anna's looking around, and she's looking at all these people, and she's like, where's so but she's looking like a Thyri. Thyri, where's your family? Aren't they supposed to be here too for this?
I really, really hope they don't show up. They
Why
are
not?
so not invited.
Why not?
My family is made up of assholes, Anna.
That's not nice to say.
It's true, though.
Sure, I imagine this conversation is happening away from the pews and such, but let's see here.
Ooh, before the ceremony, see
what
if
about
he's
your mom?
gonna fly up to Thyri, rub her hands together, and boop her. You now have, what's it called? Eagle Splendor for the next hour. So, not only do you look radiant in your dress, but it's reinforced with magic.
Let's boop you to the token layer there. And you know what, though? While, Thyri, you're being asked about your family, voice does speak up. It's a voice you haven't heard in a very, very long time.
Oh no.
Let's see here.
And then Squiggles turns out to have been my mother the whole time!
The whole time! Oh god, I wish. I fucking wish.
That would be so funny.
I was about to actually think that the freaking...
Ah!
Oh my god.
What?
I know, I managed to find another person whose humanoid guise looks surprisingly similar to Thyri.
Nice.
Nice work.
Yeah, two individuals step up. They're dressed neatly and pleasantly, like
But they're actually here?
Yeah, they will step up to you guys, and then this would be in like another room aside to where Thyri is getting ready.
Oh!
Now then, give me a quick moment. Hey, Kina, give me your do I remember things check. And tell me what the result of it is. All right, what does a 3 mean in this context?
A 3 means remembers about one or more facts are wrong or completely made up.
Okay then. This person here is Miss Azzy.
Which one?
Well, I mean, you know other Thyria. This lady here, yes, is Ms. Azzy.
Okay.
You know of her as a caretaker and babysitter who visited in the north.
What a pleasant surprise! Oh my gosh!
She will also blink in surprise.
I'm gonna run up and hug.
Ah, wow! Look at you! You've certainly changed so much. She'll give a hug back.
What are you doing here? This is such a surprise. It's really nice to see you again.
It's lovely to see you again too. I mean, I couldn't miss my daughter's wedding. And she will wave to Thyri.
Wait. Your Thyri's mom?
Yes, that's right.
Oh my gosh.
I
had
know.
no idea.
It's a small world out there, isn't it?
I guess so. She's so nice.
Hey.
I really like spending time with her.
Nope. Pick up skirts, start walking.
You would have to run past her to get out of the room.
Oh god.
Yeah, so let's just scoot you back on over here. Thank you.
Fuck. Oh no.
And she'll pause and go, "Can I have a word with my daughter for a moment, though, please, Anna?" And she'll release you from the hug and give Squiggles a pat on the head.
Okay. I'm gonna look over at Thyria.
Thyria. She'll smile and wave. We can talk for a bit.
Okay.
And she'll sort of go to the side. And she will step closer. Now, Thyri, darling, before you do any kind of overreacting, we're just here to visit and see the wedding, and then we'll be off on our way.
What?
I know that it has been a long time since we've met, and you probably blame me for a great number of terrible things. Indeed, I didn't look quite like this. And then she will wave her head, and some horns will sort of curl into place before retreating back again.
Yeah, so what does she look like now? I'm curious.
All right, let's just maximize the size of this a little bit here. So she looks similar to the way that you look when you're disguised. Like, she's got the sort of curly, messy white hair. Her eyes and nose have more of your sister's shape to them. Indeed, both of your disguises took quite closely to how she appeared when she was actually just a human, like actual family would look. And in that sense, she doesn't look like she has aged much at all. Like there's little evidences of lines at the corners of her eyes, as we would like call them smile lines as well. There is an air of like more ephemeral beauty to her, I suppose. And indeed, when she indicates, you probably haven't seen this before, she will wave towards her head, and curling horns will sort of peek into place before hiding back again. Likewise, a little spaded tail will creep out. And she'll clear her throat a little bit awkwardly at that. But again, it's like...
What?
Here, look, I mean, it's just another fucking match. Don't believe it. It's just... I don't know how I do it. I'm just so good at it.
Yep.
There we go.
They're still the cutest,
It is fairly amazing.
But yes. And yes, I understand that there is probably a lot you want to ask. Want to simply run away completely horrified and screaming. I wouldn't blame for that. But at the end of the day, you're still my daughter. And I would like to see you married and happy. I know that you don't agree with what me and your sister are doing. And I won't ask you to.
Your minions have tried to kill me repeatedly. Of course I disagree. Also, you're killing people.
Bad people, but yes.
No, town guards.
She'll fold her arms gently. I'm sure you've heard this all before, but at the same time, I can't express how many friends and family and tieflings have come and gone and passed for our entire lifetime, Thyri. The guards and those that have been killed and slain, as unfortunate as it is for lives to be lost, does not even approach a drop in the bucket, so I won't answer for that. Regardless, this is your day, and we just wanted to see it happen. Don't have anything against the Jarl. Indeed, he's one of the ones of better reputation. And she will glance around. I haven't seen one tiefling servant around here. Oh, actually, no, I do remember seeing two, and she'll pause and glance over at Anna. Regardless. Tell you what, I understand that it is quite hard to all come to with. Is there anything that you would like to ask?
Why aren't you human anymore?
I suppose that one is quite a good question. So, I almost died the day the cult was broken up. A number of times, actually, nearly died. I was put then into a state, a coma, something similar to that, and was effectively left to the mercies of Eldritch forces. I was gradually put back together, I suppose, restored, healed, but it required, coincidentally, the blood, such as it were, the blood of other elder beings, and it was given to me freely. It wasn't taken. Tieflings wanted to see me alive and moving and doing something for their rights. The loss of me was a sting to those that remained. It took some time, but once I was finally in one piece again, I started all over, as it were. Began more subtly and learned things and did my best to improve. As I am now, I'm barely qualify as human, and also not quite as tiefling, but close enough. They call me mother. It's very touching. A little bit uncanny and strange, but it is quite touching. And she'll pause and look maybe for a moment uncomfortable. How did you manage without us?
You mean when I was taken?
Yes. I thought they would have killed you, honestly. I was amazed to find you still alive many years later, but I was too ashamed to show myself at the time. I had far less control of myself than as you see me now.
One of the Hagenite paladins took pity on me. He threw me out into the woods when he was sent to put me to death. I had to fend for myself after that. I found a cabin and restored it and made a life for myself.
Yeah, her eyes for a moment harden at like you should have been put to death, but she will soften up again. Well, you always were a scrappy one. At the very least, I'm glad that you have made it as far as you have. I mean, look at you now. You're effectively a great adventurer. Admittedly, it would seem I'm the force that is, as it were, in your way, but at the same time, you've come across a very long way. You've made some interesting companions. I'm curious as to how this happened. And she, like, waves at Anna. How did you meet her?
I found her in the woods.
It does sound like her, actually.
How do you know Anna?
I mean, I spent some time away from this land. I went beyond the line, up towards the colder north. It is where I spent a lot of my time trying to recover. I did some simple work. I admittedly looked into ruins and relics and tried to harness more power. But, yes, no, my cover, such as it was as a nanny. Believe it or not, as a mother figure. I met her there. She was I mean, she didn't look quite like that. But, you know, I remember her from then at least.
So, you were Anna's nanny?
I was a lot of kids' nanny. More like a babysitter of sorts. They only had the one small chapel and a lot of children to tend to while they were all working the ice fields, their parents.
Out of character. I can't believe that's actually the truth. Like, if she's not lying, that's amazing.
Yep.
Could always inside it.
You know what? Yeah, sure, why not? I have advantage. I'm a Hagenite.
Go for it.
I will fucking scroot her.
Alright. Please don't screw your mother.
No, scrutinize.
Oh, okay. You don't sense any kind of deception from her.
This is
It's
even more
possible
alarming.
it's possible that some of the details of her like things she tried to learn is not being like entirely conveyed, but you suspect it's because she doesn't want you to think less of her immediately.
I mean, it's hard
already pretty fucking low. It's already pretty fucking low, but giving you ammunition to bite back at her is not generally a good mother move.
Yeah. Alright, and then I'll ask, is that when you had Rhea?
Yes, actually. Those two knew each other when they were very, very young indeed. Our coupling, mine and Rhea's parent, was not destined to be long, sadly. There's quite a lot of my life that he did not understand, and although it was a passing quickness, when it of course happened, there was no disguising that the child was a tiefling. I was quite thoroughly kicked out of that place.
I think Thyri looks legitimately a little sad at that. She'll look at just past Mom towards Rhea and Anna and the tiny tentacle abomination.
Yep, it
Or,
squeaks.
I guess also the large tentacle abomination.
The large tentacle abomination and her familiar / caretaker.
Her minder.
Yeah.
God, that's
Yeah, no, they seem to be having an earnest conversation about, well, what is effectively just fucking nonsense shit they've been up to recently.
I'm going to tell Rhea all about these new best friends I found.
Oh god.
We're doing all these art projects together, and it's so good.
Yeah, Rhea takes this one surprisingly in stride.
Of course she does. I think let's. I'm just gonna make a conniptions roll for Thyri again.
Sure.
Probably.
Oh God. Okay, fine.
You have your shit so together for this meeting. No freaking out for you allowed.
Hell yeah. I'm fucking getting married today. I ain't letting this fuck me up.
Absolutely.
So Thyri's gonna take a deep breath, and she's gonna try and take one of her mother's hands in hers if she doesn't suspect Thyri's gonna just shocking grasp her or something.
She seems confident that you're not going to laser blast her with magic. So yeah, no, she allows her hand to be taken. She'll tilt her head curiously.
Right. I'll take it and say, I wish things hadn't turned out the way they have, Mother. I don't want to be your enemy with any of this. Isn't what I wanted.
Of course not. I mean, who would want to effectively do battle with their family? It's a quite terrible thing to happen. At the same time, you must know I'm going to work for a free Tiefling kind. I want to be part of their there are whole governments out there to the south, and there is no gentle way to do this. That's been tried and tried for years beyond history, admittedly, as long as our history is. Something quite serious has to change.
I want us to be free too, but work with me this time, please. Look who I'm marrying. We've never had a better chance than this, and you know I'll be fighting for our rights. At the Jarl's side, please, there's no need for this anymore. We can try a better way.
She'll pause for a moment. Try a persuade check, actually.
Fuck yes, I will. Can I lobby for inspiration for literally anything and then spend it on this?
Yeah, alright.
Yes, excellent. Alright, Thyri. I need to train you in persuasion at some point, but... Fuck!
Yeah.
Oh, God. Shitting, damn it.
She shakes her head slowly. I'm sorry, it's not going to be that easy. At the very same time... She'll pause for a moment. I don't want to see more of my family hurt, but... I know that you are going to be as stuck in your ways as I am. I will see about some changes. Not large ones, but something. But there are actions in motion that are far enough along that they can't be stopped. And honestly, not that I would want to stop them. The world will become a better place. And sadly, this land has never been shaped by politics. It has always been shaped and cut out with an iron fist. But I might see if I can try and be gentler. Regardless, and she will, with the hand that's taken, then place it to your cheek and lift it up. You are my daughter, and I care for you very much, and I want you to have a wonderful wedding. If you would like us to depart, then we will do so. That said, I would be very disappointed if I did not get to see it.
Well, Thyri's is kind of emotionally destroyed by that not working. And Savin's getting chewed on by a fucking husky. Get away from me.
There's now machine gun fire, fucking fireworks outside my window.
Excellent. I think I can hear it too. Yep. Wow.
Yeah, it's like outside my window. I've got double glazed like a fucking full balcony, and it's just as clear as if I was stood outside.
Alright, well, one Thyri did make a 19, so I guess I'm just gonna look Mom in the eye and say, I'm going to prove you wrong, Mother. I'll make things better for us without hurting anybody. And
if you can succeed, then all credit to you, my darling.
You and Rhea can stay. I won't Won't tell anyone who you are, but don't make me regret this, please.
I promise you won't. I just want to see it. And she seems to almost glow at hearing that she can stay and observe.
Just gonna roll the insight button. Oh, fuck yeah.
She fucking is legitimately pleased.
I'm more worried about, is she lying about the promise there?
Oh, what? That she won't cause trouble or
Yeah.
make you regret it?
Yeah, that.
She appears to have no plans to make you regret it.
The fucking wording. Alright.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't want to speak in absolutes even with a 20.
I know. Alright. Well, fine. They will let that be as it is, and...
Don't worry, we'll sit at the back.
This is gonna suck a whole lot of ass.
It turns out she came in the same dress. Oh, you bitch! Oh no, she didn't.
Oh, that's the regret right there. Now I have to kill you and the rest of the family. I'm sorry. It is a matter
Only
of
one of us is gonna
honor.
have this dress, and it's not gonna be you.
Yep.
Who's she mourning?
That's a very good question. Nah, she just thinks that black and red suits her.
Larry intensifies.
Oh yeah, shit. This fucking Rhea cult is responsible for Jason dying. Ow, god damn it, dog.
I mean, kinda, sorta. Did they cause the rocks falling?
They did not cause rocks falling. They did not cause a volcano, and nor did they call spooky ghosts.
I'm pretty sure they called spooky ghosts.
I mean, they broke thing and then left. They didn't know shit about spooky ghosts this time.
Uh-huh,
If they did, they'd have been there trying to harness spooky ghosts.
Right, and the Jarlsman just happened to die.
Yeah. I mean, they definitely did die of spooky ghost, but...
Fucking cult apologist, go away.
Is that a friggin' snow elf?
Where? Nope.
A snelf?
Nope, it is a...
No, it's
Milky
a-
Viking Gram.
One's a
That's
Dark
not
Souls
a gram if I've ever seen one.
No, it's not. But
No.
I mean, Solgruff remarried good.
Oh shit, that's the fucking...
Wow.
Wow, okay,
Alright.
never mind.
Yeah,
All right,
that's
then.
Sol
Okay.
Bulgruf's new side beef.
Oh, I see.
Oh my.
Okay, well, good for
And then
him.
We have the Dark Souls 2 protagonist.
Oh, a few of them. That's the Jarl's good god outfits.
And we have that one rat from the C.S. Lewis's book, the
You mean from Final Fantasy
Swashbuckler.
IX?
I don't know Final Fantasy.
It's a really cool art.
Wow, so many Dark Souls.
Yeah, I told you, there's a couple of the Jarl's dudes. But yeah, going across, of course, we have Ariana here.
Mm-hmm.
We have Sarah Bulgruf. Or Sargruf even. We have his partner, who don't have named. I've actually just written down Mumsy. That's no good.
Mumsy.
Mumsy.
Mumsy, please!
Is she a werewolf, or did Solgrove just, like, go about 50 years down in the age pole?
Try a perception.
Sure, why not?
I guess it'd be Titian doing it. Titian right now is busily, like, just conveying shit to you.
I think you mean Titian is busily staring at her cleavage, but okay.
It's pretty great.
Wait, shit, that's wrong ability. Yeah, it's even worse.
Doesn't he have an actual perception block? I think as a bird familiar,
let's
he has a
see.
thing for it.
Oh yeah, he has the perception skill, so there we go. Okay, I'll hit the
There
right
you
thing
go.
eventually. I'll just click all the buttons
You
on
get
the
there.
sheet.
Click buttons until something sticks. Yeah, I was going to say, I was pretty sure that the bird familiar had built-in perception.
Yes, he does.
He doesn't think it's a weir, so it seems that Solgruf is robbing the cradle.
Wow. Oh, good for him.
Yeah, fuck yeah. I mean, he's still a werewolf, he's still vital.
Yeah, he is. He's been in great shape the whole time. Thyri's known him.
I mean, like, look at this shit.
Yeah.
This dude looks like he is still like he looks like he's gotten harder. He's getting harder to kill the older he gets.
I mean, he probably is. So
Yeah. I need a fucking name for his wife. Shit.
it would be hilarious if her name was also Astrid, but no.
No. Let's see here. Viking lady names.
Also, now that it's out in the open, I'd like to just let the rest of the party know that Thyri's mom's name is Astrid, and my daughter's name is Astra.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my.
Yeah. All right.
Just,
Her name is Svanhild.
That is the Vikingest name I've ever heard.
I mean, it was either that or Thorhild. Or, oh wait, no, here's the fucking Vikingest one. Ingvild. Good old Inghild. Yes, yeah, she's looking real fucking good. And Titian is your familiar, so he can loan you his vision from like, but he has to pan up from chest. And there is, of course, normal Njorman.
Of course.
He's doing quite well. He became a guard captain at that bridge place.
Oh, nice.
And here is Shrentalaria, one of the Jarl's old companions, and technically a half-sister of his, not by any blood. But she's an attractive lady.
That's some good token art.
Mm-hmm.
It is. And then this last here, who is Karina Quickfingers, a were-rat and one of the Jarl's old adventuring companions.
He's adorable.
Yeah! And now, here at the bottom left, we have Taran, as in Ariana Taransdottir's mother.
Wow.
Yeah. She's doing good for her 30s. And then her wife, Kazira.
How progressive.
Yep.
Kazira McStabbing face. Well, it wasn't exactly that.
I know, Stray. I'm kidding.
I'll kill you.
They're all good arts.
They are, they are. I mean, there's certainly a possibility. Regardless, they do use the word wife.
I mean, they had to have a kid somehow.
I was so happy. I was like, who would Solgraf bring us? Is like, it's +1. I was like, oh my god, yeah, of course. His fucking hot wife. And as well, it's even better when it's the fucking Swedish names. It's like, how's that old dude in his 50s doing? He's married to some girl named Hildebrand. She's got a huge chest. She's beautiful and Nordic. He spent that week in Finland and got married. And yeah, at some point it is time for the wedding to begin.
Yay! Yay! Swear to God, Tosh, if you ruin this for me.
Oh my god. So the smell of cooking has just come in, and my roomie's just cooked one of the ostrich burgers.
Ostrich burgers.
Ostrich burger and a buffalo burger. He cooked them both.
Hmm.
Very gamey. I'm gonna have to, like, I don't know, probably make stuff to go with it. Some protein, some fat. But,
Never understood what the term gamey even actually meant.
Like, imagine the difference between biting into fat and biting into muscle.
I could go for some mule deer right now, actually. God damn it.
So it's very lean.
Yes, super fucking lean. Holy shit. Ostrich and buffalo were already, like, lean at the best of times. Yeah, okay then. So the wedding has to begin. Thyri, your mother will give you a kiss on the cheek, and she will head out. Rhea and Anna presumably will follow.
Yeah. Oh, can I sit? Can I sit with Rhea?
Of course.
I sit with my with my like old time best friend.
Sure thing. Then, in which case, your mother will sit next to Ludwig and be confused at your choice of companion.
Ludwig silently borks.
Oh, he gets so many scritches.
Oh,
Aren't you just-
no. Hang on.
aren't you just adorable?
Hang on. There we go. There we go.
All the best friends.
The best friend brigade.
Okay, there you go. Alpha doesn't want to sit alone. The chair shuffle happy. He's like, fuck this. I'm gonna sit over here then.
Oh, that's nice. Alright, well, now there's a whole empty bench.
Titian and Snack will perch on it.
Just animal companions here.
Oh, right, animal companion,
Squiggles,
sorry.
go join them.
Oh, that's fucking savage.
We see how it is
Wow.
now.
Savage. I know, but the dogs were smarter, so that's not fair on them.
Yeah, I mean, Ludwig is factually smarter than Henry, so...
He's factually smarter than half your party.
I mean...
What's his intelligence again?
What is his intelligence? It's 8.
Yeah.
I'm smarter than Ludwig. You fuck off. You fuck off and you die.
Same.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, yeah, alright. So he's not smarter than half the party. Go.
He's smarter than
He is a
Henry.
good boy. He is a gooder boy, though.
Yes, he is a
Gooder
good
boy
boy.
than the whole
It
party.
even says so on my character sheet.
It's very true. That's what when I saw your flaws, it's like, and stop with your mother's evil, I was like, your Bonzi was like, yes! I was like, don't say anything about it, just let it go. Let the moment pass. Bite my knuckle.
And I will follow through on my goddamn bond. I'm going to do everything I can to stop her, but just not today. Because
Yeah,
I'm
today
getting
is all
fucking
about
married,
you.
and I am not letting this bitch stand in my way.
Yeah, no. And yeah, you are able to walk down the aisle, such as it were. The Jarl waits for you at the bottom of the stone steps, before which there is an open water clearing and a Hagenite priestess who's waiting with a warm smile on her face. There was like initially a moment of concern as she cast her eyes over your incredibly eclectic audience, from like dimwit half orc to super curvy crazy lady to tiefling to man in tin to like strangely attractive lady in her like what appears to be like 30s or so, to the ghost dog, to a hellhound, to another hellhound, to a new werewolf, to an old dude and his really hot young wife. Her eyes have been able to cast from like left to right, just a wall of crazy.
Welcome to Adventurers.
Wait, what? How dare you?
Also, did Alifirx come in his fucking armor, you goddamn heathen?
Of course he does.
Well, I mean, actually, to be fair, that armor is fucking resplendent.
I mean, it is, but you take
It's
your
very
goddamn
resplendent and
helmet
very
off.
Hagenite.
or I
No,
will
his
curse
helmet
your
is
ass to the
off.
ground.
His helmet is off, and his hair has been done.
It is properly coiffed.
Oh, I mean, like you've seen that token of like fuckboy alpha like
I
underneath the
have.
helmet, right? Oh yeah, that hair is good. Like someone's feathered him some bangs or something. It's hard to say.
Oh god. Alright, well, I will walk down the aisle. I think at this point, for the first time, it's sort of like popped into Thyri's head that, she doesn't have a dad walking her down the aisle. And
Indeed,
especially now that her mom is here.
your mother did promise to stay out of your ways, though. Otherwise, she'd have happily walked you.
I'm sure she would, but also the Jarl... Actually, have I told anybody that this is all my mom's fault?
No.
Okay, good.
You
Well, in
have
that
kept
case,
that one under the chin. Yeah, those cards have been kept very close to yourself.
They have.
No one has any idea apart from half of your party, like just directly. Only that half of your party knows that it's your family's fault.
No, like Scout said, you kept it under your chin.
Yep. Alright, well, just making sure then, yeah. I mean, Thyri still wouldn't have asked, because fuck mom, but... Alright, just feeling a little lonely. Rip dad. I don't know where he went, or who he is anymore.
Yeah, did you ever ask your mother what happened to Pop Pop?
Was he around when I was a kid? If so, like...
He was, yeah.
Alright, let me just point to something on my character sheet here and just make... You can silently confirm whether that's actually true or not. Just...
Where is it?
Line 4 of my background. The character backstory tab on my character sheet.
Yes.
Okay,
indeed.
that's factually true.
Yep.
Okay. Everything
How
is...
do you think your mother came back as a succubus?
Okay, yeah. Everything is worse than I thought. Everything is worse than I thought.
Wow, what's wrong?
No, it's fine.
Everything seems fine.
Wait, he's a succubus?
Everything's fine.
We know
There's mother
nothing.
sort of is now, but you don't really know it.
Oh boy.
Yeah, no, that line is or was true.
Okay. I'm just gonna assume mom and dad are the same person now. It's fine.
Yeah, it's mom, dad.
I got
now.
a downstairs mix-up. I got a mangina.
Okay.
Yeah, you got a mom, dad now, or a dad, mom.
Yeah.
Yep,
it's
the
fine.
Jarl watches with a very cheerful grin on his face. He seems bristling with pride, and very admirable of your beauty.
Aw, yeah. Fucking radiant bitch.
Yep.
I will get on up here.
Yep.
and-
Indeed. You step to the edge of the stones, and then together you walk up. As you do so, the priestess will smile at the both of you, and almost kind of casually she'll, offer a greeting initially. It's a pleasure to meet you both.
There, a
And
little
then
curtsy.
and then she will begin to go through the process of marrying you all. I don't have, I could not find any kind of ceremonial words, and I know that I would fluff it up if I tried. So, needless to say, the ceremony begins as normally should, until, of course, it comes to time for the vows. Now, it is generally expected that the male says their vows first. And you've never heard the Jarl speak poetically or anything similar to those measures.
No,
He
no,
does
I'm
so.
not.
With a clear and strong voice. Lo, praise an open heart, for with old words it hide no secret. Since erst we lay our bodies, and together passions met for life. For you and I, an heir were afterward born, daughter of fiery heart and quickest mind. Enraptured was I then, and with soft touch my heart's repaired. Ere your life brought me light, wouldst I in kind allot all of mine. Thyri, daughter of the veiled misfortunes, yours are mine. To share and love together, would you join me? In bondage do I offer me, Jarl Bulgraf of Maker's Rest.
Aw, that's so sweet.
And then yours, of course.
Alright, yeah. From the first fading light I saw your face, and the first time you took me in your arms, I dreamed of this day, this decisive date, when the man I love will make me a bride. In holy Hagen's light I hereby vow to alight in your able arms always more, to cherish and to cling to. My love is yours, my hand is yours, my everything yours. Son of Salgraf, stand tall, I say I do.
I do. And he will be beaming with pride, and of course dip in for the kiss.
Oh yeah.
Shit tons of tongue! No.
Oh yeah! Just fuck right there on the fucking pedestal.
Just bend you over the fucking fountain and take you. Everyone claps. Yay! Look at him go. He's so virile.
Yeah, it's part of tradition.
No. It's not.
Well, apparently it is tradition to watch.
I mean, yes, but not here. Can't do it, like, on the altar. That's just rude.
Hedra says that his vow should have been, I like big butts and cannot lie. Yeah, I mean, always trust the man who likes big butts, for he cannot lie.
It's true.
And there you go. And thus it is that the two of you are married and blood bonded.
So yeah, like how does the blood bonding go down?
He will take your hand together with his.
Mm-hmm.
He will reach into his pocket and he pulls out a blade that looks maybe like an inch long, maybe a centimeter wide, with a point at the tip. And with your hands held together so both thumbs are meeting, he pricks both in the same like tiny jab, and then your thumbs roll over together and roll apart again. You feel like this strange sort of tingling, rushing moment, and then it passes. Apart from, of course, the tingling rush of fresh marriage.
Well, yeah, that's going to be around for a while. Whew, my heart's aflutter.
Now you get it. It's fine. It's
Yay!
Luckily, cure disease is a spell that exists. Hooray, magic. And Hedra says Viking tradition to watch coupling. That's medieval bullshit. No, actually, they're an old Viking tradition. It wouldn't be like everyone. It would be 6 of your closest. 3 of each side would escort you both to the bedchambers, to your bridal bed, to get your fucking smash on. It was considered an honor.
To get to watch or to be watched?
Both. And does Theria's mum have a cloaca? All important questions. All very important questions.
Tasha, I will punch
cloaca,
your ass.
Actually.
Punk ass dog, get away from me.
Yeah. So after the wedding, of course, the Jarl is a good and patient man. He's never met your mother before and would like to be introduced, and likewise to introduce you more formally to his family, of course.
I don't know if I'll tell him my mother's in attendance.
Oh, okay. So it's just a friend who's turned up.
Yeah, it's
But I mean, okay, let's see here, because she looks a lot like
Yeah,
your
she does.
humanoid disguise, and Rhea looks exactly the fuck like you.
Yeah,
Just with
she
blonde
does.
hair.
Okay.
See,
There's
maybe he's just totally lost in you. Oh
No.
my! No, he notices.
okay. Well, everything's
Notices
just getting
almost
progressively
immediately.
progressively worse.
A Viking wedding's like Viking funerals. Is someone gonna get set on fire?
My
I mean,
loins, for one.
With Anna and Jeanette here, this is zero-sum
Yeah.
possibility.
It's very, very possible that it could happen.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. Bolgraf would be delighted to, of course, meet your family. Like, as well, though, with that perception, he can see that you are somewhat uncomfortable about them, so he promises he won't ask lots of embarrassing questions, because there's probably answers he might not want to hear.
I will just whisper that I'm more embarrassed about them than by them, but yeah, okay.
Oh, okay.
Well, I will take him over to meet Mumsy and Rhea. And then the Jarl will be
Sure.
like, you call your Mumsy Mum too.
Huh.
No.
Yeah, you will get your chances to speak with them. So the Jarl is surprised and, of course, delighted to meet her. He does the classical thing. Why, you couldn't be this lovely lady's mother. You're far too young. You know, the classic lines.
Mm-hmm.
At which point she will blush and smile and insinuate that Thyri has snagged a charmer.
God damn it, Mom.
Yeah, I mean, by all accounts, she does appear happy for you, regardless of the evil, well, questionably the ill-acting cult that she is a member of, and the evil previous one she was a member of. Yeah, no, I mean, she is still as such as it were, a loving parent by all accounts.
Except mine.
Yeah.
My account's the truth. Only I know what she does. But that's
She uses all the hot water in the shower, that bitch.
She does. Just every goddamn time.
I woke up at 5 a.m. just to get to the hot water. It wasn't on. I mean, that wasn't her fault, but still. Okay. But yeah, no. They quite simply exchange pleasantries. She introduces herself as Astrid Kunna, and Rhea will introduce herself in the same vein. The Jarl as well will blink and go, "Well, you're very similar. Does that also include?" And she'll nod, like, "Yes, I'm a tiefling as well. I would rather keep that bit to myself." And he'll nod, of course, in acceptance.
Have I seen Rhea's tiefling form? Has that popped out yet?
I can't remember. Did someone dispel magic on her at one point and end it?
No, you dispelled
Actually, that
magic
was
on
on
me
you.
when I was disguised as her.
Yeah, one sec. I'll check my token pool. Because if I've got it in the token pool, then it's been revealed before.
I don't think we have.
Yeah, it's not in the token pool. I have her token somewhere. I will go for a hunt for it now because I'm fucking curious. Because I've forgotten if that's the case. I believe I had it backed up in a barrow somewhere. Let's peep. Let us peep. No, it would seem not. So no, her token has never been decided for how she looks as a demon.
Well. Then yeah, Thyri has no idea whether or not they look similar in tiefling form.
They might do. I mean, there's more than enough Queen of Pain art that I could just literally pick like a different aspect and stuff to just do that again.
That would be pretty hilarious. I support it.
Awesome. Just scroll through my tokens here. Man, there's a lot. I shouldn't use the keyword succubus. That's just guaranteeing that I'm going to be lost here for a few hours. Here we go. Fucking another picture of Queen of Pain.
Oh yeah, I've. Yeah, that's one of my tokens too. Okay, yeah, we're just the same person. Mom, why did you clone me when I left?
I missed you so much. I had to have to.
I just noticed a freaking hut in the corner.
It's not a hut. It's one of those watch stand because it's on the edge of the river.
You fucking said hut, and I was like, Jabba?
No, Leomund and his tiny hut. Good old Leomund and his tiny hut. Yeah, there you go. That's Rhea.
Okay.
Just GM layout. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay, well, that's just creepy, but yeah. Right. So yeah, does Mom in any way intimate that she's a horrible, murderous cult leader, or is she just...
No, she promised she'd behave, and she does. Indeed, she just asks lots of questions about the Jarl and about you, Thyri, and she does attest that it's an honor for her to have made it here. She has not managed to be a part of Thyri's life for a particularly long time. She's honored, and he's honored as well. Etc., etc. Rhea herself is having an interesting time. So Anna wanted to introduce Rhea to like the rest of the party one by one as just her friendo.
What was that? What about me? What?
You wanted to introduce Rhea to everyone like just one by one as the friendo.
Yes. This is my friend Mal. This is my friend Ash.
Yeah, it's very lovely. You've she'll glance down and see that they've still got their slaving things, and it's like a tiny twitch to her eye, and they both share a look.
Ooh, yeah. When I found them, they gave me these friendship bracelets. They all match.
Great. Oh yeah. I mean, yes, you all do match. That's very lovely. Pat you on the head. And pull out a cookie. Yeah, she pulls out a cookie. I feel like that's a thing that she was prepared for meeting Anna again.
And I have a cookie.
Yep. Have a cookie.
And cookies and head rubs.
Yep. Cookies and head rubs. Handling it.
We do art projects together, and Mal is teaching me how to carve stone. It's very fun.
Say.
It's very fun.
Squeaky. Squeaky.
Really, dog? She's finally finished chewing on me, so now she's chewing on something else.
Has she got another tooth that she wants to pop?
No, she's just bored.
Fair enough.
Oh, I'm totally going to show Thyria the sculpture I made of Jason and Viv.
Wow. Sure, like it's just them fucking smashing real hard. That is quite. Wow, I'm impressed. That's pretty great.
Thank you. Ooh, do you want me to make you something? I could totally carve you something.
I would love something. What would you want to make, though?
Oh, what to make Rhea?
Yeah. It's just her being plowed by the Jarl. Like, that's weird.
My.
Ooh, how about one of me and Mum holding hands?
Ooh, okay, sure.
Yeah.
I'll make sure it's a really nice.
I hope so. I'll have to come by and get it another time. And sadly, we can't stay too long.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, we promised we wouldn't stay long. We had to go and do things.
Oh, okay.
Nat, what you roll a nat one, so I'm fucking rip.
Oops.
We'll see. We'll see how it turns out. Yeah. At some point when you were alone, by the way. Oh, right, you'll be right back. Okay, never mind then. Let's see here. Does anyone try to do anything during the like after wedding, such as it were? I mean, Viv, you see Rhea and the older Thyri-looking gal. They seem to be behaving.
I'm still glaring daggers at Rhea for sure.
She shrugs a little bit.
I mean, that's what I expected.
Yeah, it's like, this is what it is. You guys are fucking adventurers. And she's just like, hey, look, we're going to make a living. But yeah, no, she's not wearing the same dress as you. That would have been a bit embarrassing.
I also figured that, but...
Yeah, an ocean of miniature squiggles is all wiggle by. All squeaking past.
Is Squiggles dressed up?
Squiggles is, it's very hard to dress Squiggles.
I figured as much. Does she at least have a bow in her hair, or tentacles or whatever?
She's had her makeup done.
Good enough for me.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, a little bit of eyeliner, a little bit of blush. Sweet. One day someone will like try and like will actually see what Squiggles' mouth looks like. They'll just be horrified. Like it's always an adorable, tiny little chirpy smile. And all of the eating is done beneath the tentacles, so no one ever gets to see her fucking like horrifying maw.
Just dozens of rows of razor sharp teeth all just swirling around and that kind of thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I imagine at some point Sisha probably helps Jeanette keep her crazy under wraps.
I mean, she does have that like satchel slung around her shoulders at like all times, and she is periodically whispering "shut up" to it.
You want to look
great.
at me and do some crazy? Look, there's science in here.
Sisha's gonna go hang out with Astra.
Yeah. Astra's having a good time. She's looking all pretty and stuff. I mean, no one is literally as pretty as your child because it got mutations of haunting beauty, and that's just how it works for the Fae.
Yeah.
Hedra
Now
guesses an
roll
Angolier mouth.
uncontrollable
Yeah,
hormones.
they're very similar to a Langolier.
Oh man, I fucking love Langoliers.
Yeah.
Supernaturally attractive is what she rolled.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah. After it's done, it is the after party. Your mother and Rhea are getting prepared to make their departures. Of course, before that, the Jarl would like to introduce you to other members of his family and friends.
Yeah, absolutely.
So of course there's Ariana. She's now dressed all neat and resplendent.
I will compliment her on how pretty she is.
She will blush and smile and be very happy about that. Selbogriff as well will be like, "At last you finally get around to it. I am very glad. I didn't know you had quite such a way with words, son." And he will look similarly somewhat embarrassed. And he will look even more similarly somewhat embarrassed when introducing you to his mum.
Yes, I will be very very happy to meet her. All smiles and big hug and all that.
Oh yes, absolutely. When you get hugged, you're just drawn into fluff and squish.
Oh yeah.
Give you a pat on the head and say, "You're looking so lovely. I'm very, very happy. And you look like you'd be a lovely match for my son. And you have a daughter too. Oh, I can't wait to go see my new granddaughter. I got grandbabies. Finally, someone in one of our fucking D&D games gets to meet their grandbabies."
No. Also,
The
chat
cycle is complete.
chat brings something up, and I guess it has to be brought up for the DM. Astrid and my mom are sitting next to each other. Do they talk at all? And if so, how does that go?
Ah, now that is an interesting one.
I think when I was over there with, Bulgriff and...
Yeah, that would have been the time to make it happen.
Yeah, like, I would have just, like, pulled Astrid aside real quick, be like, That's your grandma. Just don't listen to anything she says. She's pure evil. And just go about my business.
Blink in surprise.
Such
Yeah,
little
no.
faith in your mother.
They'll hang out and have a chat.
He said, no faith in my mother. She's a fucking murderous cult leader.
Sure she is. That's what you say.
Oh my god. Fine, fucking proselytize to the Hellhound. See if I care, Mom.
Proselytize to the Tieflings.
Not that you
Fucking
would tell
monster.
me anyways, but is it the same cult that Cherry stole that idol from and that Benny broke up? Okay, good.
That would be pretty funny, though.
Benny was one of the ones to destroy the fucking cult. It's just like, just wheels within wheels, my friends. Wheels within wheels. Okay. Yep, you're being introduced to them. And I suppose, yes, the conversation with Astra. They will introduce themselves, and Astra seems unsurprised, by the obvious visible similarities and the fact that they smell kind of similar. Let's see here. Does their conversation stay secret?
I mean, Cynthia's right there, but...
Cynthia is right there, yes.
And I have really good perception.
You have really good ears, so it's no point trying to hide it. Okay. So yes, they talk to Astra and things like, how old are you? Like, how long have you been around? And they're delighted to see it, and then Astra will absolutely get pulled up into a big squishy hug by her hot mom. I can't believe I've got a granddaughter. Oh, it's so exciting. I've been pestering Rhea here to give me grandbabies for years and nothing.
Ah!
And Rhea looks glad that Astra is there, because that means she does not have to have a child herself.
Should just buy a dog.
Rue? Yep, your little fur daughter. Who will bite you and make you bleed.
It's okay, as soon as you put her muzzle on, she just goes right to sleep.
Huh, convenient. That's because there's no one left to bite, so she might as well take a nap to pass the time between bitings.
Yep.
Saoirse has fairy conversations with her mum and sister. Yeah, they
Which
seem
is
interested that
fantastic.
there's a member of the Fae just sort of chilling out here. They're like, "Oh, how pleasant to meet you."
Yeah.
They will introduce themselves cordially as well.
Citra will introduce herself, point out her mom, stuff like that.
God, more fucking fireworks.
Oh my god, I heard that.
Yep. That one was actually quite a far away one. Just a big old firework.
Damn. But yeah. Nothing really happens, just circular fairy conversation.
Yep. Yeah, they indulge. And yeah, after introducing themselves properly to Astra and learning a bunch about her, originally I think she was going to give it to Thyri, but I think she's going to give it to Astra.
Don't you curse my daughter, you witch. I'll find you.
She pulls out a little token.
Fucking find you.
It is a smooth piece of obsidian, but it smells like, I suppose, very cinnamony is a good way to describe it. There are a number of runes that are inscribed into the edge of it, and she will hold it out in offering. I mean, Astra's a smart enough girl that she will squint at it.
Saoirse will help squint at it.
Yeah. This is a keepsake of your grandfather's. I was going to give it to your mother, but she's still rather hurt by our not having been there. She'll pause and swallow for a moment. Her father is not with us anymore, and we're all gonna die of fireworks. Boom. Her father, your grandfather, is not around to see this day, and though it makes me sad, I would like to see something of his left with you. And yeah, she hands over this this sort of stone chip, this pendant piece.
How mega cursed is it?
You can certainly try and do a check, I suppose.
Oh, yeah. Alright, Astrid. I believe in you. Let's go for Arcana. Hey, you're actually pretty decent at this. Okay. Boom!
Nice. There is an enchantment on it, but it seems that the enchantment is whenever you hold this on your person, it makes you feel warm and comfortable.
Aww.
That's nice.
That's actually really sweet.
Yeah. The origin, of course, was so that, her incubus grandpa didn't get, sick on in the open plains, obviously. But, warmth and comfort.
And you thought your mother was pure evil.
I mean...
It's just that everything she has is loaded with, obviously, dark undersides. It's just the fact that this original piece of work that ensured that all would be kept safe and powerful also happens to just make humanoids feel quite comfy and cozy at all times.
See, my dad was great. He was an upstanding guy. It's just mom's the evil witch here.
Oh my god, the fucking...
What are they celebrating out there?
I like your mom.
5th of November.
They're celebrating trying to blow up Parliament.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's Guy Fawkes Day.
I never understood
Fawkes
that
weekend.
your fucking crazy holiday there.
Well, it's because everyone hates the government.
See?
Everyone hates the
Brits know what's up.
We know how to celebrate. You guys celebrate your forefathers, positively. No, we celebrate the day we almost killed all of them. It's a good fucking time. And it's a whole weekend long this time, because it doesn't land on a bank holiday. And so you can't get shit-faced and watch fireworks if you had to get to work in the morning. So you just get the Saturday instead to get shit-hammered. Not that it stopped anyone on Sunday from coding themselves.
But now you can go crazy!
Yeah, but fucking wild. Sounds like a washing machine off balance. It's just a shit ton of fireworks.
Yeah, they're going
Very
nuts.
pretty. Lighting up my sky. Yeah. On the other hand, you guys are introduced along to more people. Thyri, you meet Normal Norman, who assisted your people in the battle against the Drake.
Yes, I heard such wonderful things about him.
Yeah, not a very standout fellow, but apparently when he decided to hang around there, they made him a guard captain. That and that one guy who actually managed to roll hits and not die the entire time. He's, fucking immediately a lieutenant.
And then he jacked off onto a dragon egg, but no one knows that, so it's fine.
No one knows that. He just jacked off onto the dragon. Yeah, take it, dragon.
Fucking
Slut dragon.
draconic necrophiliac. That's horrifying.
Well, I mean, it's not necrophilia if it's bukkake. It's very close, though. It's more like a tagging, I suppose. She's off to go be crazy. You also meet the Jarl's half-sister. It's not a relation by blood, but this incredibly attractive woman would appear to be the daughter of mum number 2. She's a smoking lady. She's very delighted to see you. Again, not for the last time you are hugged into someone's massive cleavage.
Excellent. Wait, no, this isn't Thyri's thing. But she'll accept it anyway.
Of course. And then there is a short, adorable fellow, lass, with long hair and soft downy fluff. And she will leap up to give the Jarl a big old hug and rub his head. Oh, it's so good to see you, big old idiot. Look at you finding love again. And he will act incredibly embarrassed because not many people would be willing to leap onto the Jarl's face and give them head rubs.
Thyri will just take note of that for the future.
Yep. I mean, she would, unless you stop her, give you the same treatment, or she's more careful not to ruin your elegantly coiffed hair.
No, I like head rubs. Head rubs are good.
Yeah, head rubs. That's right, everyone loves head rubs, she says. Your ear gives you a nuzzle. Everyone loves head rubs.
So Thyri will obviously ask, who are you? How do you know the Jarl?
I used to be a black market fence, and then I met the Jarl while he was still going through his crusades of kicking ass and taking names, and I joined along for the profit, and we became friends. Got really, really drunk and became better friends. And that's basically how it went, just for the entire time. And then he retired, but I didn't retire, and I kept on going and doing things. She speaks very quickly and gives you a thumbs up. She doesn't seem as mentally unhinged as your companion. She's just a quick talker.
Well, that's refreshing. I suppose none of the Jarl's companions are unhinged. That makes me feel a little self-conscious.
Must be nice to have all these sane people joining you on your adventures.
That
they always
seems
tell you,
unlikely.
it's the tales of great adventurers fighting dragons. They never tell you about the 2 members of their party who were fucking kleptomaniacs and the other one who was pretty sure he was just a ghost always on fire. They don't tell you all that shit. It's always then the valiantly slew the deadly beast. No, one of them screamed for healing the entire time while his friend failed every single attack.
And I think Thyri will also make a mental note to maybe finally ask about the Jarl's previous love at some point. After the, sometime the next few days.
After all the fun and smashing.
Yes, exactly. Don't want to ruin the mood or anything.
Yeah, indeed. So now that we're married, tell me about your dead ex-wife.
Yes.
Well, ex-lover. Yeah, and then of course you get introduced to these two. Ariana is there, and she's very pleased, and is essentially having her head be toyed with. No, they're definitely there. They're definitely real. Yes, for the 4th time, yes.
I will also give her head pats and scritches.
Yeah, she does her best not to tail wag, but her tail wags anyway.
Of
She's
course
not
it
yet
does.
mastered the ability to hide its joy.
Neither has the Jarl, probably. Only Sorrelgrove knows the secret.
The secret. The secret is never showing it.
Yeah, he just has his tail down his pants all the time.
Yeah. Why are your pants twitching? I don't know what you're talking about. Maybe I'm just excited to see you.
And that's how he met his wife.
Yep. Ariana, Taryn and Kazira will give the both of you hugs each and congratulate you warmly. You can see by just their attire that they're probably quite well to do. Their clothing is rich and fine quality. The Jarl's dressed well, but he's not dressed as richly, I suppose, is the best way to put it.
I see. Merchant barons.
Close to it. They were part of the reason why the Jarl made his previous Jarl made their placement here in Maker's Rest.
Oh, I see.
because it was originally a mercantile concern. Many people doing trade back then with the Weir Tigers, and this was sort of like undeveloped land. So initiating a Jarldom here and starting 2 towns was generally a good decision to make.
Well, see, he got his brains from your side of the family.
She will grin toothily at that. Yep, of course, Ariana here was a sickly lass and also not too fond of numbers, at which point the lady will stick her tongue out, and wanted to take the bite. Honestly, half of the family hadn't done that yet, so kind of an interesting point of order, but now we figured why not? I know that sounds probably really blasé, but I mean, it's sort of all it really boiled down to.
Well, we made sure she got through it just fine. Scritch, scritch, scritch.
Yeah, tail wags.
Well, it is so nice to finally get to meet her parents.
It's so nice to finally meet her now that you've seen a token at last. Oh,
Yes,
shit.
all that too.
Yeah. They are warm and polite and say that if you are ever in First Holding, they would be happy to have you.
I'm sure our adventuring will take us there eventually. Got to complete the tour around the province.
Yeah, there are a whole... There's just so much land. There are so many plot hooks and points that I've put, and I'm like, oh, it's a shame that they'll only see, like, at best half of this.
Yep, I know that feeling so well.
Sorry, voice cutting out on me again. Thankfully, the sound of terrifyingly loud fireworks was drowning out the sound of a grumbling tum-tum as well.
Then lastly, I guess we get to wrap around to this shitfest.
Yeah! So yeah, you can see them talking. Although there's an edge of caution to her, Ludwig seems pretty nonchalant, and Astra is having what it seems to be quite a polite conversation. The Earl asks if you'd like some, time to catch up with your family personally. He'll go speak with his father and Mumsy.
That would be lovely, dear. Thank you.
Yep. And off he goes to go do that.
Alright, and then chain lightning my entire family. No.
Ah, you're all corrupted now.
Alright, well, yeah, I'll go over to... I think I'll go over to Rhea first.
Sure.
Say that it's lovely to see her again, despite everything.
She'll grin toothily. Yeah, it's nice. You've done real good for yourself, looking at all of this stuff. I'm like a teensy bit jealous, but I mean, I've been having my own fun, I guess.
He'll sigh and say, maybe you and Mom can put aside this plot of yours for a few days and we could all catch up. Wouldn't that be nice?
A few days, honestly, would be kind of dangerous, I guess. Like, that's the thing as well. You also kind of like blasted my seneschal to pieces, and so he's been behind on schedule.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I know, right?
Carl.
Very inconvenient. And she will smirk.
Well, you'll be happy to know that we undid most of the damage he did, so no hard feelings.
Yeah, no, don't hold it against you. She seems pretty fine with it. The reality is quite obvious, and even if the war is coming.
The war is coming.
Thyri will cross her arms and just kind of look sad at that.
Look, it'll come to an end one way or another. And I mean, we don't hold it against you. I mean, you might hold it against us because ours seems like objectively more evil, but swings and roundabouts. Whatever those
you
are.
meant the in-game, in the D&D. I thought you were making a comment on the constant explosions.
No, I was making a
outside.
comment on the constant explosives, actually. Yeah.
Oh, you actually
Not
were.
in D&D, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I thought so.
Well, Thyri will just kind of be sad and say, I really hope it doesn't come to this, sister. I want to know you for you, not for what you're doing out there.
I mean, there isn't much to say about me. I did a lot of fucking about, like, for a really long time. Let's see here. Learned magic, that was fun. Did different magic, that was funner. Traveled a bunch. Sort of sowed the seeds of discontent and discord for, like, years prior to make sure all of our evil fruits would grow ripe. That's basically all there really is to it, I suppose. I am not as old as you.
Ariel just sigh and give her a hug.
Aww,
This time a
she'll
real
back.
hug.
Aw,
The only other
she'll
time
hug
I've ever
back.
touched Rhea has been like, she's just like, stop trying to hit me and hit me. And I was just like, no. Give her a hug.
No. Yeah, she'll hug back and squeeze.
Aww.
And then you sense each other's power levels.
Then our
Feel a prodding in your thigh. Oh no!
Oh no. And then her shadow
Yes.
familiar and Titian are just staring at each other across the room.
There's just a ghost bird and a bird staring at each other. What did you used to be, elf? What did you used to be, lich? I don't trust you. I don't trust you. Wanna go eat some fucking grain? Fuck yeah, I do. Motherfucking grain!
Just
Oh
come
my
back
god,
like
is
30
her
minutes
is her
later.
shadow like in the shape of a bird now? Is that a thing?
No,
Did she get
no.
jealous of my burb?
No, her shadow is just being her shadow as it usually does.
Oh. That would have been amazing.
I mean, occasionally her shadow just decides to change shapes, but it would be kind of less... Well, let's say it wouldn't be inconspicuous if while she's standing there in her hug, her shadow was to move around and turn into a fucking bird and shit.
Yeah.
So it's behaving. That's the thing about her familiar. It can't really hang out in quite the same way.
Yeah, I just have a falconry glove and my familiar can be wherever it wants.
Yeah.
Alright, and then we'll just go over here and talk to Mumsy.
She's smiling. That was oh so wonderful. I'm glad that you let her stay and see.
Never thought I'd be saying this, but I wish you could stay longer.
Of course, but needs must. I mean, we can't stay good and pleasant the entire time. It's not in our nature these days. By the way, I gave a keepsake to your daughter. Please do try not to freak out. It's a little thing from father.
What happened to my father?
Well, we were both rather gravely injured after all that happened. He somewhat gave of himself for me. Sadly, he did not survive that process.
Oh my god, I was right all along. Ethereal looked very sad at that.
As will she. He would be very proud if he could see you now. I'm probably telling you to make even more children, but you can start with one. That seems reasonable.
Well, maybe next winter. She'll kind of give the bedroom eyes at the Jarl across the room.
Yep. His even while he's not looking, you can just see his buns tighten just to be handsome. His buns tighten handsomely. On observation.
Goddamn.
It's like Schrodinger's buns. You can't tell how fucking sweet they are unless they're being observed.
Alright, well, that's just one last part of the Thyri skill challenge to keep her shit together and be a decent human being for once. Holy shit,
Oh
okay,
my
I
Look
thought
at you.
Mom.
You were made for this. You sure you don't want to join the cult? I mean, we could use another person, another warlock. We're low on healers.
No, I will go give Mom a hug.
Oh, she will seem actually both shocked and touched that you go in for a hug and will squeeze you back tightly, so she does not want to let go. But eventually she does so.
I'm sorry it's all come to this, Mother. I really am.
As am I, dear. Would our lives have gone in different directions? Of course, if they had gone in different directions, then what you have may never have happened. And so, Don't waste your time on regrets when you could just look to the next day and those that come after it. You have a very charming daughter, and you have a very handsome husband who's very funny.
Thyri will smile at that, and like it's in her nature to be like, I won't let them take them from me, or something like that. She'll just bite that back and say,
Sure. And his ass is fantastic.
also that's the other half of her nature, but she'll restrain herself and say, I do hope I see you again under circumstances as good as these someday soon.
But of course, if you have any more children popping out of you, do try and find a way to give us a call. I don't know how that would happen, because I don't actually have very many active spies these days, but we can try.
Yes, I'll have the Jarl proclaim a holiday.
Oh, that sounds fun. We'll bring drinks.
Thyri will just smile and then come and like secure Astra and little family walk off.
Yeah. And the social slides along head first. Whee! And the other two will look at each other and glance down at Cynthia. It's a pleasure meeting you too. Do be good to our daughter, to our granddaughter, you hear?
I will definitely try to.
All right then.
Who knows? Maybe in a while you might even get some great grandchildren.
Oh goodness me, you'll make me feel old. And she fans herself. Yeah, and then the two of them will glance over their shoulder at the departing family, give Cynthia a little finger wave, and then they just vanish. There's no sign to it, like you don't see them performing acts of magic. It's undoubtedly magic. There's like a crackle of energy that you can feel in the air afterwards. They disappear.
They were an illusion all along.
They were not an illusion.
Alright.
I mean, they gave out hugs.
Should have murdered them when I had the chance.
Nah. You have time to do so, and you can look over it later. An Arcana check would reveal that they just had, I've forgotten the word for it now. Things what happened preemptively.
Contingency?
Yes, they had contingency teleports set on themselves. So, like, if things had gone to shit immediately, they would have pooped out. They just chose to trigger the contingency then. The spellcasting had already been done, so they just sort of bamfed.
Oh god, Cynthia's also a baboo.
Yep.
Now Thyri feels old for being like in her 20s.
I know, right?
She's been around
As
forever.
I said, it's like Ariana's mother. I mean, she had a human child of human relations, but even then, she's like only in her late 30s, and she's got a child who's like, sort of late teens. It's like, and that's considered quite old. Good old Vikings. And all their smash.
Alright, so yeah, what happens next?
Viv and
Well,
Thyri can
there
go
is-
together at least.
Yeah. There is a lot of getting shit-faced and eating way too much food.
Titian dies.
Almost certainly.
Bleh.
Sneck tries to eat his body, but Tish disappears too quickly.
It turns to ash in his mouth.
Sneck has vampirism now.
Nam nam nam. He can only survive eating other familiars. That's pretty amazing. I like Jeanette's journal. And Jeanette's madness. I like Jeanette.
There's so many questions I want to ask. And yeah.
Yes, after the Jarl, by the time this is all like coming to a halt, is like basically fidgeting with the need to just take you upstairs and have some fun. Well, downstairs, I guess, as the home goes down into the ground instead of up. Regardless, he's determined to take you down to Smash Town.
Yeah, well, Alonze.
Yep, absolutely. And that is how the wedding goes. You managed to keep it from becoming a total disaster by keeping your shit together on every check, so I will give you inspiration for that.
Yes, I'm a normal person now.
You get inspiration for every single session you manage to just be a fucking normal person for an entire time. Holy shit.
Well,
That's why you don't get it very often, I suppose.
I get inspiration all the time.
You do, but you actually do gain it for different acts of madness, wherein it just provides an incredible detriment to you. I also had to reward an entire session of normality too, because holy shit, that's a rare one.
Just barely stray normality, and yeah, I'm sure like sometime in the night there will just like go vomit or something.
Gotta get all of the evil out.
Yes, all the evil, all the tension just built up for an entire day.
Yeah. It's fine, there was alcohol for that.
Yeah, just scrub herself vigorously off. And
Well, not too vigorously, there could also be a time bath involved.
Well.
Yes, as well, Anna gets inspiration for introducing Greer to her new best friends, which gave me a fucking giggle.
Wait, hold on. So, again, like, Anna saw Thyri and Rhea together, like, standing, in fact,
And she referred
interacting.
to them both. She referred to them both as Theria.
Has she still not picked up on the fact that they're different people?
She never will.
Nope.
Okay. Just
Calm
checking.
now, it's Anna we're talking about. She'd never do something like that.
Oh my god. I need to question fucking Anna about Azzy. Also,
Yeah,
oh my
good
god,
old
you
Miss Azzy.
actually knew Theria all this time.
Yeah.
I thought you were just fucking insane.
No, she knew Theria this whole time. They grew up together. Admittedly, Anna back then wasn't insane.
Oh my god. How did Anna go insane?
I will never tell unless it gets figured out.
Oh
Never, ever, ever.
no.
Look,
How do I
Eldritch
figure that out?
experiments.
Okay, wow. Yeah.
More explosions happen. Awesome. Yeah, Jeanette's just like in the evening once everyone's shit-faced, she goes off to go be crazy.
Well, no. She buried the journal so that it would be muffled, and now she has to unbury it.
Fucking
more people will get it, it's true.
reanimator the journal. Alright, that's normal behavior, I'm sure.
For Jeanette, yeah.
Wait, you're preventing the mole people from getting it by burying it?
Well, I buried it because it's been singing winter solstice carols because it got mad at me.
Oh, now you gotta unbury it. Okay.
Yeah, because mole people.
Before the mole people get it.
Right.
Yeah.
For the mole people get it.
It's very important and true. Indeed, you can also have it. Fuck it, you can all have inspiration. Happy wedding gifts, everyone! Inspiration!
And that's a good question. Do I get showered in presents?
Now, there is a good point. I mean, like, for one, like, the half of the Jarl's family is fucking loaded.
Goddamn right they are.
The other one's a black marketeer of his friends. Shit, yeah, I think so.
It doesn't have to be like adventuring gear. Theory
No,
would
no,
be
no,
delighted to have like pots
no.
and pans and shit.
Scout, hang on.
Hmm?
This is pretty good. If there's stuff like that, this is actually 5th edition, so you don't have to do what I had to do with Pathfinder. I'll put it in work chat.
Oh, is it the gear roller?
Yeah, but it's like weird, spooky / crazy things from the Fae that ostensibly black market people get hands on.
Dope. Let's see here. Yeah, roll me like 40-100 and I'll like pick 2 out of it. Let's see here. 41, 32, 12, 79. 41. Oh, that's cute. Okay. So that's one of them that it could be. Let's see here. 32. No. 12. No, not really. And 79. Huh. I don't know.
There are descriptions to things underneath.
Yeah. Can you give me one more? Let's just see if there's one slightly better out of that.
I have the most even fucking spread, you guys.
Yeah, no
All
kidding.
right.
Let's see here.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That's kind of incredible.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you receive a foot-long light blue candle with golden decorations.
Ooh.
Aw, what are you talking about? 79 is amazing.
Yeah, it's a little bit too insane. I don't know how they would give that gift. And you also receive an orchid that never withers.
Ooh, that's so pretty.
Yep.
That is going directly in the hair.
Nice. Let's see here. I need to
Actually, what does an
find
orchid
it.
even look like? Fucking... Oh yeah, that's a hair flower. Absolutely.
Oh my god, wait, this thing is fucking... This is what this is? I'll have to nerf it a
The
little bit.
cerulean candle? It only
No, the other one. The
Oh,
orchid.
right, yeah. I was about to say, the cerulean is really powerful, it's just one use, that's why.
Yeah. Let's see here. I need to check scores for a moment. Okay. While you have this in your hair and are attuned to it, your constitution score is 15.
Well, damn.
Hey!
Originally it was an amulet of health, which is fucking... That's 90. That's too strong. You can have a 15.
Hey, that is a modifier bonus, so I will fucking take that. Now I need to put that in my inventory under treasure. It's been a long time since I got some new treasure.
Yeah. So, orchid and never withers.
Let's see. So I will get, what's that, 7 more hit points? Holy shit, I have 52 hit points.
Hey,
I
you
am
have as many hit points as me.
Fucking buff lock over here.
There you go. The orchid that never withers. It locks your constitution to 15. Any ability damage taken to your constitution is removed after an hour. Your constitution cannot be raised above 15.
Baller AF. I imagine they got me this orchid so that I could withstand the Jarl tonight.
Well, it's like, yeah, absolutely. All right, and the other item, the cerulean candle.
Yeah, it's cool.
Let's see here. I mean, you have someone who can do identify, so I imagine they'll help you out with what it does. So
Jeanette will just tell you.
this foot-long blue wax candle is engraved with flowing letters, and decorative golden emblems are set into its length at intervals. Creatures sleeping within 30 feet of its light experience unfamiliar but joyous dreams, clearly from someone else's life. If they sleep long enough to complete a long rest, they have inspiration when they wake. This use expends the candle. If they already have inspiration, there is no further effect. And identify, which will be able to be given to you, reveals that the cerulean candle is giving the user a little of what its maker took from someone else. So if someone else got their hands on some good old-fashioned fucking dreams, which you won't discover what those dreams are until you use it, and gave them to you, which will give you inspiration once after a long rest.
So,
you can literally
is it the
give the
cerulean
entire party
succubus from
inspiration.
COC?
The what of what, sorry?
Is it the cerulean succubus from COC?
No, but that idea amuses me. There you go. Yeah, you get a couple neat fucking gifts. And yes, so from like other people assorted, you do indeed get some new fucking cookware.
Yes! I will make
And
the
a
best
hat.
pies.
And a hat. A very lovely hat. and you get silverware from Cynthia. Wait, silverware, werewolves, look out! It's just got a fork. I wonder, silverware might not. Silverware itself, as of silver, is probably not all that popular, considering it's it would irritate the shit out of werewolf mouths to use it for eating food.
It's just iron tableware here.
Yeah,
Iron tableware,
Or
whatever.
it's steel.
yeah, steel actually.
Is it steel? Okay, it's steel.
Yeah, the steel is stainless, folded many times superior.
It
Glorious
is
Nippon
straight
steel.
Grinches.
But yeah, there you have it. And with that, I believe it is time for us to call the session to a close.
No.
Severely need to eat.
Okay.
I know,
And
right?
I'm going to bed.
Nice. Thank you very much for playing, you guys. I hope that you enjoyed yourselves.
Absolutely.
Thanks for running.
Yeah, it was a
I
lot of fun.
am now a waifu. The
Yeah.
circle
You
is
are
now
now
complete.
officially a waifu.
We have actually done what Jeanette tried to do in the beginning, what everyone agreed to. We have literally turned Thyri into a Disney princess. We did it, guys.
Yep. Congratulations,
Yep.
Theory's character arc is complete.
Whoa!
GG.
I
So what
did it
character do you wanna play
again.
now?
I first has now Thyri, and tonight, Hera. Yes. So fucking good. Oh.
Oh boy, that'll be something.
Yep,
That'll be
it's
something
gonna be
indeed.
TPK. It's fine.